Hi guys, Amy here. Have you ever noticed that the truth is so much more fun to tell and more interesting to listen to? Movies, books, many are based on true stories, and even those that are not often have real life experiences written in. What's real is what's interesting. And if you want to be more interesting and attractive to the people and opportunities that are meant for you, the best way to do that is to just be yourself. Now, I know it sounds simple and easy, but it's actually not for many of us much of the time. And I know because for the majority of my life, I was actually not fully myself. So an example would be that I'm very direct and very honest, and I was actually taught from a young age from some key people in my life that this was wrong. And so for many years, I was not myself. I was instead trying to please others. And not being myself left me feeling anxious and unhappy and even depressed. And once I realized that this choice, this habit, this pattern wasn't serving me, I started to change it just by choosing to be myself, which led me to feeling much happier, much more confident, and attracting the right people and opportunities that I align with. And that feels really, really great. And I thought of this because I was having a conversation the other day with one of my clients, my hiring managers that I recruit for, and he gave me the best compliment ever. So when we first started working together, I remember he was dragging his feet at getting the interview process started, and I was sending him great candidates, and it was supposed to be a fast hiring initiative expanding this new division. And it's a candidates market. It has been for a long time now. So when you get a good candidate, that's the time to start interviewing. You want to move. Not that you want to rush the process. It's very important to have multiple touch points in steps in an interview process working to make the right hire. But when you hold the process by not starting, you end up losing good candidates. Candidates want to feel wanted, and they are also most likely having conversations with other companies too. So if you're dragging your feet, you are also then going to, you might lose good candidates, but then you also might run into crunch time towards the end of the process when you need to hire by a certain date and you haven't had time to complete all the steps. So you don't want to have a rush process. So this manager, who I also now consider a friend, told me that he will never forget how I called him up and called him out. He said that I actually yelled at him and was like, "What are you doing?" Which is funny. I don't remember it exactly like that, but I do imagine that my frustration was apparent. I was direct, I was honest, I was confident, and why shouldn't I be? Because clear communication, I believe, is the best way to help others, and that is my goal. Anyway, he told me that from that moment, he really respected me and decided he was only going to work with me as his recruiter moving forward. I mean, what an amazing compliment, and I got that repeat business for the rest of my recruiting career by being myself. Now, not everybody loves my direct and honest personality, and that's okay. We're all different, and we all have different people and opportunities that we are meant to align with. And it can be challenging to, it can be hard, if we're being honest, to just, be ourselves because we're scared. It's human nature. We don't know what the other person's gonna think or say, and we don't know if certain people and opportunities might fall away. But if you are not being 1000% yourself, you are definitely attracting people and opportunities that you don't align with because they don't like you for the real you. Because how can they? Because they're not seeing the real you. You're not projecting, you're not showing that. So I challenge you to be 1000% you and wait and see what opportunities and what people show up, and also pay attention to how much better you're going to feel.